Hi, good Wednesday, and welcome back, and thank you for being here on a beautiful day or evening in the neighborhood. It's the last of it, just the 80s, not of the beautiful weather. We can all stand the 70s and cooler conditions, but still full of sunshine, right? Well, that's what we're in store for. Starting later on tonight and then tomorrow, temperature changes that we've been talking about for days. Still no real precipitation associated with these cold fronts, the first of which is coming our way as we speak. But we'll outline your timing as far as the change in temperatures and some other tweaks that have been made to your forecast. Speaking of timing, today's program was taped earlier this afternoon around 1 o'clock, so I could actually be at a couple of different locations this evening. So anything breaking thereafter, we will pick up on tomorrow's program. That was also right around the time that, as everyone was watching across the basketball nation, the University of Louisville made their announcement pertaining to Rick Pitino and their athletic director and even one player. We'll briefly refer to that in a few moments. We'll also refer to the arrest last night after I aired a clip just last evening saying that police were still searching for one of the two men believed to have brazenly robbed thousands of dollars worth of merchandise from the Dollar General store. Local authorities picked him up just a few hundred yards from the newsroom, as it turns out. And we'll talk about tonight, sadly, the sudden passing and death of a city councilman who is being mourned tonight, not just by his family, but also a fellow council person that we'll speak with in just a few moments. I've got some other arrest-related news and a whole lot to cover. The show might have been taped early, but it's not short on news and information. We'll begin with a couple of things before we go any further. There was a traffic fatality near the Mountain Parkway this morning. It actually happened on I-64. Near mile marker 99, close to where the Mountain Parkway, of course, begins, to the west, headed east. It was a crash that involved a passenger car and a tanker truck, and from what we understand, the names have not been released at this hour, but authorities who shut down the road for several hours conducting their investigation believe that the passenger car, I believe it was a Camry, struck a tanker truck. Inside was a male driver, 39, which suffered non-life-threatening injuries, serious but not fatal injuries, I should say, while the 33-year-old female passenger was ejected from the passenger car. They are both believed to be from the Mount Sterling area, both returning from the Toyota manufacturing plant. Authorities also indicated that speed may have very well been a contributing factor to the accident and death. Told you last night that the polls at this time 24 hours ago were just closed, and they were, and the votes have been tabulated, and Breathitt County voters who turned out approved by a vote of 937 for to 828 against the nickel tax for the Breathitt County school system. In an odd situation, as we've seen nickel taxes used and voted on before with different outcomes, in this particular outcome, the nickel tax would set a tax rate for Breathitt County schools at 65.2 cents per every $100 evaluation. Had it been voted down, the actual tax rate would have been higher than that, as I told you last night. But having that nickel tax in place will, of course, open the door for state and federal funding for the schools to do much-needed renovations, possibly some new construction. Breathitt County officials obviously saying they are pleased with the results from yesterday's election. And Kentucky has been awarded a more than $500,000 grant, the largest thus far, to assist small businesses in selling internationally. Kentucky small businesses can apply for a portion of the $530,000 State Trade Expansion Program grant received through the U.S. Small Business Administration to help companies begin exporting or boost current international sales. Governor Matt Bevin made the announcement earlier today, saying the application to receive the STEP funding, as it is called for short, will be available on the 1st of October, and the grant period lasts until September the 29th of 2018 next year. Funds will be available on a first-come, first-served basis. STEP is designed to encourage and boost international trade among Kentucky's small businesses and help give companies the resources, connections, and knowledge necessary to begin exporting. The grant also increases the volume of exports for Kentucky companies already in the international marketplace. The creation and cultivation of global demand for Kentucky-made products and services allows STEP to help businesses grow, invest, and create jobs throughout the Commonwealth. A man is sought after for weeks now for a brazen burglary, if you will, of the Dollar General store, a shoplifting theft unlike any that we have seen before, but one that I've showed you on a couple of occasions, was arrested last night only a few hundred yards from the newsroom. I'll have those details and some other arrest-related news, and we'll talk about the passing of an area city councilman suddenly and unexpectedly last night in just a few seconds. I'll be right back. Whoever you're rooting for this weekend, the Cats or Cards or Bengals or Reds, Hornets, Eagles or Tigers, cheer them all on with great football food from your Sayersville Lee's famous recipe. Stop by and pick up a bunch of our famous hot and spicy wings or maybe our new fish dinner. And you'll never go wrong with a little bit of everything. Cheese sticks, jalapeno poppers, fried pickles, hot and spicy, and buffalo wings, double dippers, and more. It's football time at your Sayersville Lee's. What you're looking at is literally a one female owner 99 Dodge Ram with 77,000 miles. Zero rust, rips, tears, or wear anywhere. Think of the money you can save driving a like-new truck, not to mention the savings in taxes and insurance. You won't find another one like it. Or come see this 2013 2500 Silverado HD loaded, only 90,000 miles. This 2014 Grand Caravan, it's an RT model, 72,000 carefully driven miles. Or this 2007 Kia Sorento, 90,000 miles. It's a four-wheel drive and priced to go today at Broadway Auto Sales in Paintsville. The only difference in these washers and mowers from new is the incredible low price, and the same goes for tools, electronics, jewelry, games, and more at Parkway Gun and Pawn, where they buy and sell gold and silver and loan cash every day on just about anything worth $1. Stop by on Parkway Drive or call 349-PAWN.
I'm attorney Don McFarland. We all know that times are hard, jobs are scarce. Most people that I know are struggling to support their families and make it through each day. Now imagine that you get seriously hurt while working on the job, and the insurance company for your employer refuses to pay wages and benefits while you are injured and cannot afford to pay medical expenses, household bills, and put food on the table to support your family. I can help. If you are being wrongfully denied workers' compensation benefits that you rightfully deserve, then give me a call and let me go to work for you. 349-9000.
They're rolling out big, beautiful truck bodies every day, the best America makes in steel and aluminum, with their largest ever local stock of angle, sheet, round, I-beam, expanded, steel, and aluminum in several different finishes for whatever you're working on. And if the dump body you're driving needs parts, they've got them in stock. And if you need a big project fabricated from scratch, they've got you covered at Logan in Sayersville since 1904.
When the sun shines bright on my old Kentucky home.
The sun bathes us in the power of its warm glow and brightens our world. Now it can power your life. Cooperative Solar brings you hassle-free solar power from your local Kentucky Touchstone Energy Cooperative. Renewable, affordable, easy. Licking Valley RECC's Cooperative Solar. Join the community. CooperativeSolar.com.
Sadly, I learned last evening that Jim Meek of Paintsville passed away suddenly at his home last night. Meek, a family and businessman, also proudly and effectively served as Paintsville City Councilman for well over 12 years and has left just as big of a void on the council and in the city as he has made an impact in his tenure, 6 years of which he has sat beside his close friend and councilwoman, Sarah Blair.
Actually, when he finished this term, it may have been 14, but I don't know of anybody who has been any more dedicated to helping the people of Paintsville. He always had their best interests at heart. It was his hometown. He cared about what happened. He was involved in everything that went on. He had been a coal miner. He was in coal operations all of his life, either in the trucking industry. He was currently superintendent of a strip job in Paintsville. And he was so knowledgeable on council about anything to do with equipment. He was a good businessman. He was just a caring, good person who's going to be missed by everyone. I've served with him 6 years, and it's been a pleasure to serve with him because he was he was always positive and upbeat. He was never negative. He was involved recently with the utility company and wanting the water plant to work as efficiently as possible. He just was a wealth of knowledge. He just brought a lot to the table, probably more than anyone on council. And he had been there long enough to know how everything worked and the things that we should be concerned with in the community. I'm going to miss him. He was a friend. We talked nearly on a daily basis about certain things people would call, and I think he's been married about a year. He was so happy. His stepdaughter and her husband live here in McGoffin County with their 2 sons. There's nothing else that you can say about somebody that there was no guile to Jim. What you saw is what you got, and he's going to be missed.
Services for James Jim Meek III, 62, of Paintsville, are still being arranged by the family. He is survived by his wife, who I also believe was to celebrate her anniversary with him today, if I'm not mistaken, based on speaking with friends of the family. And also a host of family and friends will have obituary listings for him just as soon as they have been set. More local news in just a second. Like our 100% safe and secure mobile banking app at Sayersville National, we're always working to make your life a little easier. And our mobile deposit feature gives you more freedom and more time to do what you love the most. Just open the app, confirm the amount, and click. You're done. A safe, no-hassle way to manage your money from anywhere in the... Well, you get the drift. Now get the app at Sayersville National Bank, 349-3131. Bumper stickers, ball caps, calendars, t-shirts, pencils and pens and gifts, they get you noticed. They get you votes. And get yours locally with the best quality and savings. Call Avavian Arnett Deaton at 349-3835 or find her on Facebook today.
Hi, I'm attorney Jeff Lovely. When hiring an attorney, experience does matter. For over 20 years, I've been representing clients throughout Eastern Kentucky. We are a full-service law firm, representing clients who've been injured in car accidents or at work, representing clients who need to file bankruptcy, representing clients who've been charged with a crime. For all your legal needs, contact my office when it matters. We have 2 locations for your convenience. In Sayersville at 349-4522 and West Liberty at 743-1965.
A tire more than 25% low, about 8 pounds, makes you 3 times more likely, and worn-out tires 11 times more likely to be in a tire-related crash. Don't take your or their safety for granted. Come in for a free inspection, 6 months, no-interest financing, the best price and best selection at Conley Tire in Staffordsville.
There's no better time than now to get the Android smartphone of your choice from Appalachian Wireless. All Androids up to $50 off regular price all this month. The Samsung GS8 was $149.99, now just $99.99. The LG G6, normally $99.99, is now only $49.99. And believe it or not, you can get the Galaxy S7 for only $1 penny with 2-year agreement while supplies last. Better service, bigger savings. That's today's Appalachian Wireless, an East Kentucky network company.
A little FYI for you right now, our friends at the Hope Family Medical Center on Parkway Drive have got their flu shots in. That's right, flu vaccine ready for everyone. Basically anyone over 6 months of age, and basically anyone with those extenuating circumstances, which are few and far between, should get a flu shot this season. Flu season's already started, and they're ready for you at Hope Family Medical Center. So stop by. You can walk in or make an appointment should you so choose. 349-5126 is the number to call. With that said, let's go on to a couple of other top reports this evening. Steve Gibson, one of the 2 men, the one who spent the majority of the time inside the Dollar General a few weeks ago carting out buggies full of merchandise, was caught after a tip and some investigative work by local authorities last night.
The video is still astounding to me every time I watch it. A couple of weeks ago, this surveillance video was captured after Steve Gibson entered the Dollar General store on Parkway Drive, spent 2 hours in the store before closing, loading up buggy after buggy after buggy, pulling totes off the shelves, loading them with merchandise, using bungee cords off of the shelf to strap that merchandise to a buggy head high. And he just continued to take hundreds and hundreds of items and thousands of dollars worth of merchandise right out the front door as the store was closing with employees inside. And we follow this case closely, And after showing the video a few days later, initially, the first of two suspects was arrested. And then, as I told you last night, Gibson was still being sought after by authorities, the Kentucky State Police, specifically Trooper Jimmy Stratton, conducting an investigation. But local authorities, too, have been assisting and watching for Gibson. And last night, some investigative work led authorities to his brother's residence, I believe it is. And it's in the Broadway area, or Backstreet area, from the newsroom here on Route 40 on East Maple Street. Deputy Neil Adams, as well as Deputy Brian Tipton, both acting on a tip, walked to the residence of Gibson's brother last night. Adams telling me on a telephone conversation earlier that he actually saw Steve Gibson through the window, and then once entering that he was actually trying to hide in a closet, but he was taken into custody without incident. Jeff Marshall, believed to be the accomplice who was outside at the time, was jailed the week prior, 44 of Sagersville. He was charged with theft by unlawful taking under $10,000, but over $500, as well as possession of marijuana and possession of drug paraphernalia. While Gibson last night was charged with theft by unlawful taking as well. Both are still in the Big Sandy Detention Center. Actually, I believe Marshall has bonded out while Gibson is still lodged. Trooper Jimmy Stratton, I think, spent the entire morning, several hours this morning at the jail, interviewing both individuals and then coming back to Sagersville to interview other individuals about their accounts of that night as well. He stressed that the investigation is still ongoing. Another arrest last night, drug-related, also making headlines tonight. Briefly, information tonight on the arrest of a man found to be in the possession of several needles, an unspecified type or types of drugs, all still yet to be determined, but still, nevertheless, he's been lodged in the Big Sandy jail. According to arrest citations issued or filed by Officer Mike Nichols of the Sagersville PD, he made a traffic stop last night in Sagersville after encountering a vehicle with one headlight not working and the rear license plate not illuminated. The traffic stop was on Parkway Drive. While the driver checked out, he says that the driver did give consent to search the vehicle and after which Nichols found a gym bag inside 3 needles. Also in the pocket of the passenger, a cellophane wrapper with still an unspecified drug sent to be tested. Also a loaded needle under the passenger seat, also sent to be tested in the lab. For now, Brett Marshall, 42 of Royalton, is charged with possession of a controlled substance in the 3rd degree and possession of drug paraphernalia. Now here's what's happening on tonight's Magoffin Farm Bureau community calendar. Don't forget about the Pigeon Enterprise Baptist Church chili dinner and trail ride this Saturday. That's right, they're going to have an $8 chili dinner with all the fixins, and then they're going to leave the church on a free trail ride at 2 o'clock. The chili dinner is just $8. The ride and all the fun, free, of course, and the fellowship as well. So bring the family for some great food, a great time. Bring your ATV side-by-side, your Jeep, 4x4, whatever. They're going to have a nice scenic ride this Saturday and a beautiful day weather-wise to do it. This coming Tuesday, the new session of Job Club starts at the Big Sandy Community Action Program on Church Street in Sagersville. It's right across from Prater Drug. They'll give you all the resources and utilities you need to be better prepared to find that job. It's worked for hundreds of people. It can work for you. And veterans, a flu clinic is being hosted at the Lloyd M. Hall Community Center beside the DAV meeting room Thursday of next week, 5 till 8. If you have any questions, call 886-2054 for our veterans, a flu clinic next week on Thursday in the community center. Don't forget that the Extension Office's field day has been set for Friday, October the 13th. They'll have folks from UK, Fish and Wildlife, and others to talk about EHD and the deer population, processing and handling deer meat. They'll talk about grant opportunities and more. They'll have a big, wonderful barbecue meal. That is the 13th day of October at JSC Farm. So you got plenty of time to mark that down on your calendar. They've had plenty of time for this one to happen. Their 60th birthday celebration for the class of 75 of the Sagersville High School, October the 13th at the Renaissance Building that Friday evening from 6 to 10, and then the following day, Saturday, at the Sagersville Middle School Cafeteria. And they'll have live music, gifts, fun, and games. $15 per person, $25 per couple. You can send your money to Class of 75, P.O. Box 975, here here in Sagersville, and the Holiday Bazaar, sponsored by the Extension Homemakers, coming up November the 3rd and 4th. If you want to be a vendor, call now, 349-3216. It's $30 per table for 2 days or $20 per table for a single day if you want to participate. You'll be able to go and buy baked goods, ornaments, and more as well, everybody. It's a great, great start to the holidays here on a local level. And don't forget the Woods of Fear on Route 7, the Hayride and Haunted Trail every Friday and Saturday night between now and Halloween, right past Harper's Garage. You can't miss it, and you can't go and not get a fright. Woods of Fear here in Magoffin County. Tickets on sale nightly from 8 until 12. You don't need a ticket. You don't have to pay a fee. You don't have to do anything but send me your announcement or birthday or anniversary if you have one. Announcements free to, of course, all our churches, nonprofits, and organizations and things of that nature. Mail, email, Facebook, phone, fax. Drop them off here at the studio. Any way you can get them to us, we'll tell everyone about them. And a reminder that services are still being arranged by the family of Jim Meek, James Meek III of Paintsville, who passed away suddenly and unexpectedly at his home last evening. Arrangements are under the care of the Jones and Preston Funeral Home in Paintsville, and once again still incomplete at this hour. Meek passed away last night at the age of 62. Wanting you to have a healthier life means providing access to quality, affordable health care. And to do exactly that, Hope Family Medical Center offers full dental care with Dr. Pratt and his team, a pediatrician team of 3 doctors and nurses and moms, complete health care by family physician Dr. Kelly Pratt and nurse practitioners Mildred Sizemore, Gail Faria, Shannon Conley, and Heather Blair. Behavioral health services with Kimberly Davis, with in-house lab testing and results, in-house x-ray and pharmacy, and all the caring, knowledge, and experience that these medical professionals represent
at Hope Family Medical Center.
Go green, save some green on this propane-powered 11-passenger Ford Econoline. And check out the under 5K specials right now. This 2011 Malibu remote start loaded, very affordably priced at $49.95. This 010 S10 low miles, low to the ground, $49.95. This 07 Saturn Relay hauls a crowd, $49.95. Call today for quick pre-credit approval, $0 down, low income approval, and most payments under $200 a month at Gateway Motors in Sagersville, 349 cars. Much more than diesel specialist, Black Smoke Performance is turning out excellent auto body collision paint and repair results with free quotes and estimates on everything from insurance jobs to that ding you got in the driveway. Custom lift kits, bed liners, winches, and accessories, and full diagnostics and repair on anything gas or diesel, from brakes to fluid changes to major auto repair. If you want it fixed, lifted, painted, customized, or just maintained, just call on the team at Black Smoke Performance in Dixie of Sagersville, 100 May Drive, or 349-8785. Well, you've been asking for them, and they're finally here. A huge new selection of bourbon and bow ties, many classic bangles and new designs, earrings, necklaces, and little bourbons and bow ties for the little ones. The best selection they've ever had. And their fall decor is some of the best they've ever had too, and that's saying a lot. Gorgeous fall colors to warm your home from the front door to the Thanksgiving table. You simply must stop in and see everything inside the seasonal shop in downtown Sagersville. Parkway Pharmacy, now open earlier from 8 a.m. until 6 in the evening to better suit your schedule and lifestyle, and to help you get better and live a healthier life. And if allergies are bogging you down, they're armed with the very best in over-the-counter relief for adults and your children. Reach owner pharmacist Jesse Rudd and his assistant pharmacist Megan Castle and their staff at 8 o'clock in the mornings or at 349-4400. Hey everybody, this big love bug is Jaeger, and Jaeger loves hugs, and he's looking for a forever home. Jaeger is about a year old and about 75 pounds of sweetness. So drop by to see Jaeger or any of our friends at the Johnson County Animal Shelter, or to maybe donate a little food, some supplies, or a little time. Whiskers or Wags, the Johnson County Animal Shelter, 297 Pets.
As I referred to at the top of the program, this program was taped earlier today, right around 1 o'clock, in an effort to make it to a couple of appointments for this evening, one or maybe news-related at a later time. Nevertheless, that was also around the same time that we heard the fate of Rick Pitino. Word coming out very early this morning that he, an athletic director, and the athletic director were to be fired. It wasn't to that degree, but nevertheless, both have been relieved from their positions, and also that will include one player for the U of L basketball team.
A day that many thought would come during the escort scandal for the University of Louisville didn't officially come today either. There was speculation all morning from all angles that they would announce officially the firing of head coach Rick Pitino today and their athletic director Tom Urich. However, technically, they're both being put on leave, unpaid administrative leave for Pitino, paid administrative leave for Urich per policies that are in place at the college, said officials in their announcement during a press conference at 1 o'clock. Pitino, however, has made statements and through his attorney says he considers himself effectively fired from his position. The school also says that over the next 48 hours they're going to find an interim coach and an interim athletic director, and that both have been completely relieved of any and all duties. Also, a player that is not technically listed, of course, in the indictment per se or the charges by name, but says the school has also been relieved or will be withheld from any and all NCAA activity, no practice, no games, and the like, while the investigation continues. So the program being wrapped up earlier, current observations would not necessarily be valid, but clouds were starting to roll in right around 2 o'clock. We'll see those partly cloudy skies continue out and ahead of a front that will give us not much shower chances, not much at all, not even in the forecast. Maybe a sprinkle or two, I think, at most. But a low of 57 tonight. Partly cloudy skies will continue, and they will clear by tomorrow, and temperatures will drop to the tune of about 15 degrees or so to 73, 15 from earlier in the week, about 12 or so from today's daytime high, I think, topping out at around 85, 86. Nevertheless, 73, mostly sunny and clear on your Thursday. Temperatures fall a little further down to 71 for your Friday, but still mostly sunny and only partly cloudy that night. For Saturday, ditto. I don't think we'll necessarily hit the 60s. There's not a 69 and 70. There's a mental thing there where they sound much more different than they are, obviously. But we'll stick with 70 degrees on your Saturday. Some fog in the morning and at the end of which. But temperatures now, that's the real story, I think. Down close to the 40-degree mark at 42. Sunday, 73, fog, sunshine, clear skies. Monday, 74, fog, sunshine, and clear skies. Beautiful fall-like weather that will roll right on through your forecast, and I think maybe even a bit beyond. I think by Tuesday of next week, we'll continue that climb out of the hole from the weekend and get into the upper 70s, still full of sunshine.
I referred to it last night, and I'll do it again this evening. We still have a few very special reports in the works and some good news to pass along to you as well. We'll pick that up, hopefully, and definitely other exclusive news and information when I see you back here next time for more of Your News Today and for the beginning of the fall run weather-wise. Good night, and thanks for watching.